Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Tim. I currently work as a machine learning engineer, and I know a lot of people out there. You're either a student or don't know what you want to do in the future. And so I kind of want to tell you a little bit about my life experience of how I kind of switched between different kind of roles. So being very uncertain up until say 1 or 2 years ago of the career path I want to take. So here is my story. Back in 2013 was when I entered university, and back then I thought I really wanted to be an actuary. Reason being, I really love math. I thought actuarial science was the most practical area to apply math. The thing about Waterloo, the university I went to, is that actuarial science is a major you declare after a year or two under the honors math program in Bachelor of Mathematics. And so I started off with these math courses. And one of these math courses was computer science for these honors math students. And then there was a different computer science course for people in first year who already know they want to specialize in the computer science major. And during like the first 2 weeks, week or two of this computer science course I was taking back in first year, I realized, wow, that computer science skills is very valuable and is something I want to get better on beyond what I'm provided in first year university. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to transition myself to taking the CS, the computer science course that is focused for computer science students. After that term, or actually after first year, 2 semesters of taking these courses, I realized, wow, I really enjoy computer science. I really enjoy programming. Why don't I try to focus more of this in my university career? Now you may be wondering, hey, if I like computer science so much, why don't I focus my career prospect into being a software developer? My parents being software developers themselves, I understood that there were kind of a lot of hardships in this development role. You always have to be on your toes to learn the latest and greatest technologies, making yourself relevant in the industry, which is something that really takes a lot of commitment to do in being a software developer compared to being like, say, an actuary or other professional roles in finance, for instance. So I decided I wanted my learning in actuarial science to be more career focused, while my learning for computer science to be more passion and skills focused, to make me more valuable as a professional. And so I was very ambitious. I know I could have had a major in actuarial science and a minor in computer science, but I wanted to do more than just the minor. So I'd even decide to make it into a major. If any of you know anything about the University of Waterloo, their computer science program is very hectic. And so it sounds like it's very difficult to be able to do anything else on top of a computer science major. And believe me, it was. I'm just glad that all that hard work and all the diligence I had to go through to get through it all is over now. So throughout university, I took on the actuarial science major and the computer science major, plus even a statistics major at the end, by taking 6 courses every semester and having about going through 9 semesters to finish it all. So I was in the co-op program in the University of Waterloo, and what that meant was after first year university, you end up switching between work and school for every semester. So that means after the first 8 months of study, you do 4 months of work, then another 4 months of study, then 4 months of work again, and so on until you finish 8 semesters of study. In my case, I actually ended up doing, instead of 6 work terms, 7 work terms, and instead of 8 semesters of study, 9 semesters of study. So of course, as a university student, having 6 work terms or 6 internships is a lot, and why would I, of course, do 7? That's because if you are as uncertain as what you want to do as I was back in university, you would want to have a taste in different professions. So I did 1 work term as a QA analyst, 1 work term as a web statistics specialist, 2 work terms as an actuarial software developer. So that role actually involved being a software engineer to create applications for actuaries. So you need knowledge in both domains. I worked 2 work terms as a actuarial consultant, and then 1 final work term as a software developer in a startup company in Silicon Valley. After I did all that, I graduated after 5 years of school. I went back full-time to one of the companies I did my internship in as an actuarial consultant. So now, at this point in time, I was working as a full-time actuary, which was pretty much the dream I had since first year university. You'd think I'd be happy here, but that's not the end of the story. I've only worked 1 year in this role until I realized that this wasn't really quite the role I wanted. The reason being, I am very focused on technological innovation, and this field is just, I find, to be very behind in the technology area. I prefer programming something or building something to automate the process. However, in the actuarial field, and especially in consulting, you have to focus on getting the given work done as quickly as possible. So if given the choice between finishing this task within 2 days versus building a application that can automate this task within an hour, while taking actually a week or 2 to build this application, the path forward would end up being the manual ad hoc approach through 1 to 2 days. And so this doesn't work very well because as consultants, they charge their clients per hour of work. So it seems to be very resistant to automate this and get it done quickly. And on top of that, clients want the work done as quickly as possible. So they're not going to wait 2 weeks for us to automate the process. They rather wait for the 2 days, and so we don't have the opportunity to build the technologies to automate the same task over and over again when we have to do the same work for other clients. So through this year of experience, with what I've learned, it really made me realize that being an actuary wasn't something I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And so I decided to spend a lot of energy to focus on transitioning into the software development role. Of course, a lot of my peers at the time who were already working as software developers spent a lot of their university career building their own projects and getting lots of programming internships. While I didn't really focus on that, I focused on learning programming as a skill, but not building up projects for the purpose of being hired. So through this year of being an actuary, I spent a lot of time outside of work hours building my own projects, such that I have something to show for when I apply to jobs as either a software developer or any other programming role. So thankfully, through my education, through the small number of programming internships I've had, and through the projects I've done over the year working as a full-time actuary, I eventually landed a role as a machine learning engineer in a fintech company. So yeah, that's my story. Stay tuned to this channel as I may continue to give more about my life experiences, maybe some financial advice, programming tutorials, or even my opinions on different technologies and platforms. Comment below in what you're interested in most. Bye.